Thank you, sir. We want to know your name and then the main purpose and why you wanted to tell us the history of this very place.
Okay. Thank you very much and good morning to all of you. My name is Francis Bogo Diaba, a native of this town. I was born at the bigger town ahead, that's Atiteti. But then I'm actually a native of Torgbi. Our parents actually migrated to these areas because this was the main fishing ground in the coast of Volta region many years back, 50s, 60s, and thereabout. Yes, there have been effects of tidal waves eroding the sandbar on which we live here and entry into the River Volta. When you come here, and that's why we decided to make this an issue, to draw the attention of the authorities for us to take a closer look at this. But when you come here, you see a simple thing here. Say, oh, is it just this small sandbar that people are making noise about? No. There is a bigger history behind this. When I was born at 30, nearly some 70 years ago, when I was growing up, moving from the town to the beach could go as much as 10 kilometers or more, which means about 10 kilometers of the land has been taken away by the sea from Atiteti all the way to this place. My mother used to tell me, those days, if you want to go to the beach, you don't go alone. You go with people because there was a big forest with wild animals in it. So you don't normally go alone. You got to go in two so that no animal attacks you. But if you walk through here now, there is no forest. Everything is gone. When I was a boy in the early 60s, our first house is about some 2 kilometers in the sea now. And if you take where we are now, if you take Atiteti, Atiteti is made up of a number of suburbs. This is the first one, Fuveme. Fuveme is those forests you see over there. The entire Fuveme is gone into the sea. It was a Fuveme means sea forest or the forest by the sea. The forest, it was a thick forest. I go there to collect nuts, fruits. Those days that I was in the primary school, when I come on vacation, we walk all the way there. You get anything that you want from the forest. Very big forest. The biggest coconut plantation we have in Ghana used to be there, belonging to Mr. Okujaso, the old man Okujato. Yeah. But everything, that coconut forest cover a land area of at least 5 kilometers by 8 kilometers. It's all gone into the sea. The thick forest that we had is all gone into the sea. The sea kept pushing us for some time now. When I was a boy, I see in my eye. When the strong tidal wave came and carried the canoe, it flowed from the beach onto the land into people's houses, and my mother would shout, "Vignore, Vignore, where are my children?" Because the boat car comes around, it crashes you like how car crashes people. Because the water carries it, fluid, and then it hits it to any object, including human being that you see.
So now let's come to this.
So let's come, yes.
How do you know about traveling from Adan to Anyani? I know you know a certain history about that one.
Certainly, I'm coming there. I'm coming there. When you come to Atiteti, the beach, we used to have an inland port there. Inland port that served the fishing industry, because this place, as I mentioned earlier, was the biggest fishing ground in Ghana those days. So we smoke fish here, ferries, not boat, ferries. We can talk of ferry America. We can talk of ferry Dela. We can talk of ferry Mami Dede. They were all operating those days. They come from Akuse area or Adan area, dock at the Atiteti, and then buy fish. And we have fish loaded taller than me those days. one in a basket like this one, they put it one on the other, and it gets taller than me, 2 feet, 2 meters. And they ship this to Akuse, to Adan, and to other places, and it goes all the way to Kumasi. Every fish, lobster, fish, other things, we get them from here. So we have that inland port. As I talk now, the effect of the sea has actually covered the entire inland port that we had before. If you go, archaeologists excavate right now, they will see the embankment, the concrete that we had. It may be buried about 2, 3, or 4 feet into the soil or the river. Okay. This used to be a very busy inland transport waterway. Down over there is where the ferry used to stop. From Atitati, it stopped over there. Or it goes to Anyangwi and then gets to Fuveme port. That was a natural port. And then to Adan, then to Akuse, and to other places. But the effect of the sea has not only destroyed the infrastructure and taken our land away, it has also destroyed the fishing ground. Where we fish right now used to be our houses. No longer the sea with all its resources. Your houses, you go very far, we are unable to get to the depth where we have the fish. If there should be any intervention here to help the people.
Exactly, that's what I want you to go close to.
If there should be any intervention here to help the people, it is not using, boulders to protect the coastline. That doesn't help anybody. Whatever we can do to help the people will be to do an embankment. Embankment as long as 2-3 kilometers into the sea. When that happens, it redirects the dangerous tide that comes from Adan and washes the coastline. It redirects the tide straight into the sea, the depth of the sea. So that dangerous tide doesn't run along the coastline. People from Jita all the way to Aflawo will be free by the intervention that we will do here. It is just good. I started as a geographer. I'm a very accomplished geographer. Then I branched into finance. And I used to be the partner in charge of management consulting and financial consulting at Deloitte & Touche. I'm retired now. And one time I used to be the president's consultant. The solution is not boulders on the coastline. The solution is redirecting the dangerous tide that comes from the original Azizanya straight into the depth of the ocean and protecting the land here. When we do that, we create a natural harbor here because the tidal wave doesn't pass through the coast and it doesn't erode the sand any longer. Then the business that we used to do here comes back.
Thank you. Thank you for speaking to us.
Right. Thank you too. Thank you for
this is Everlaugh TV and then Sinabi TV.
Everlaugh TV. Is it Anglonga?
Yes.
Everlaugh TV, Anglonga, Keta, and those places. Thank you very much for taking interest in this and then coming to be part of today's activities and taking the trouble to talk to me and know the history. Because just before you came, I was telling the chief, if somebody come and see this, they may not think there is anything serious here unless somebody talks to the indigents and get to understand what the challenge is.
Yekaku. Yekado. Yekaha. Semaju kata-kata yekau. Yekaku. Yekado. Yekanya. Yekaha. Semaju kata-kata yekau.
Maklan dua boiton, maklan dua. Maklan vi hon kata godu maklan mama maklan Torgbi arori maklan Torgbi arori maklan awe la po maklan ni va po je gba ni o magan John Mahama fi ava gba ebe a po ofo nu agba ni egbegbon afi na o va pe na o za gba anuchi ya te mejiro ya to va shi ha jiro apo agba ta mama agba mi va gbo mi kakana mu me fo ji me fo ragba ji me va rolo na va ho ha lo ha ni ya so mu ya so mu ya so mu toji hai na ho fia mi va fia ragba ji me va ro pona do lo pona do fafa na vamo na mi chinaza pona bobo na mi chapona zoyi chapona te ha pona va lo leta na lo me for dro yan kata ya gbo me for dro ji godo lo me for dro ji fafa na va pona te ire ngogbo pona zo chapona zo Yekanya. Así la dami. Kau. Ya, agba ku gaji, agali me ogrom. Ni ta mi to kan no. Mi o kata gbo me ko ha, ko na do.
Na we ko ma zaza. Jiru na ko ma zaza. Ya ko ngo yi.
Toji hai na ho. Toji na ho. Achei, fafana va mana mi ro. Kan je hona pongo agbe yi. Ho se na pongo agbe yi. Ne kudo. Dojo. Enyajo. Me fodro nya kata ji ro. Me fodro nya kata ji. Egba me fodro. Tomane na va go na ore. Ala mi we to wan zakwa. Aha ma je miele lo. Aha ma je miele, gba ma je miele. Ba mi gbo na mi ya je miele lo. Ya je miele. Toji hai nya ho. Afo na tayi. Agba ku mi gbo. Agba je miele. Agba mi gbo ku ya ji ku miele lo. Ya ji ku miele. Fafana va lo na ho ma. Godo. Ho pongo agbe yi.
Mienya be klevio pe fia gan na nya ye klevio pa nyi gbaji ya wona ya ji imla ike fifla fia mi va fia leke wo afina adogo chu apmo hana ba gare mi adoma la fia le gbabanga ka
wo la balia mienya na achapua evlinto ogbekpoa gaka mi atankpo bari tepa katangba and ye ogblena mia labe efia we na mieva gbakpegbo afia ye tepa gba mi cha lipo katanji mi kpo ba afia le devastation le kakan ke mi wo mi yide Torgbi Sri gbo emi glonyane emi Dramani Aneko nko ayo regional minister nya Torgbi Sri ayo regional minister yo ba ya yo yento vi His Excellency President John Mahama ye nya Torgbi Sri yo aduklolaga President His Excellency President Mahama yo majiju ko yenya afia milafia oba kokokokoko President Mahama ba ivavaga godo yavakpo alea achapwa gbantepai en onye jijoganda nami balea mia Torgbi Sri anto cho de lemana anglodua o cho de lemana miami o kemi le Fuveme mafia be vieto nyento fofonya Torgbi poto adalashi ake nye Torgbi alafia kpakple mama ife mama gan avadashi enye dzidzɔnami ale gbegbe be Torgbi Sri ŋutɔ ge nya me ko yo presenta ova enye dzidzɔ gã aɖe na mi.
Akpe Torgbi ame aɖewo gbɔgblɔm be yewo medzi be woalo ekpe ko akɔ de me ko ayi ɖe ŋgɔgbɔ ke boŋ yewo dzi be woadoe axɔ atsiaƒua axɔ anyigba le atsiaƒua dzi about 2-3 kilometers le woƒe ŋkpɔkpɔ tsi ŋu ɖe leke ne kpe ne dzi be wo ne wɔe.
Well, magblɔ be claiming the land enyo gake ɖe ega ƒe nue. You see, ne ame aɖe be yakpe ɖe ŋdzi wɔ woamete ŋtsi o voice mete ŋtsi be gblɔ ge be ɖi ye dzi ale o abe kuku ko ɖem míele be ɖi no va save anyigba vi yake lia no va kpe ɖe mía ŋtsi. Exactly edze abe ɖi enu geɖe li ne president ana wɔ mete ŋtsi resources katã ava kɔ do ekpo ya pe na mi o alo enya eya be heya ke ɔta wɔ na mi ya ke ɔde mía dzi fifi la ya no de mía dzi for about 100 years ife nu ko dzi mi le.
No gblɔ wòade mía dzia nenema ke ega ɖe mia government secure yi ke nye West African Coastal Line Protection ƒe dɔ yi ke wo protect from Benin, Togo and Ghana woxɔ gama last year ke va yi all 2 years va yi ke gake still egama le kɔfɛ so mo gama zã kɔ adze project agɔmɔ ɖe abe edu ŋgɔnɔla ne edu aɖe yake la tso na gblɔ ne president aku ɖe egama zazã.
Well, nyanye menye naneke tso egama ŋtsi o mía Torgbi Sri yo president evae egbɔna ele mɔ dzi gbɔna no va attend to míaƒe need yita ɖe enya ma mi gagble fun abe mi ŋutɔ mi nya be president is a nation builder and even ne kpo petrol egba petrol va anyigba le gbegbe nyanye mele Ghana me lo gake alea before ne me ko Uber kple nio me dzina be ma biawo enya about how they are doing and alea woƒe dɔwɔnawo le etsa doko nɔ complaining gake fifia complaining mo katã mo gavalue enua drop almost magblɔ be 50%. Petrol drop le Ghana 50%. Mr. Nyagoma, it definitely alea mi katã mi no mama yɔm be nation builder nyame hoe se be ɖi wɔ gana mi godo ye ŋutɔ nya be ɖi Volta region yenye yeƒe stronghold NDC ye le power ita ne me ya mete ŋtsi ŋutɔ kpo ye ŋutɔ ƒe dedumo ɖe ke aleke next time votarians wo katã oga vote ne NDC it's not going to happen ita nya me hoe se be ɖi Mahama he's a very humble person and you know he's down to earth ta egbena wɔ gana mi godo.
Nye ŋkɔe nye Torgbi kotɔ Adalashi etɔ̃lia edufiatso architecture Fuveme.
Akpe mienya be no be Fuveme ekpoa dzi afia owo nya me ke ekpoa dzi ta kpɔm owo nya me ke du ekpoa ta le afia afia va le egba ƒe ŋkeke me His Excellency the President egbɔna va afia leke nye woƒe seselãme nu ke ne kpɔ ku ɖe wɔna ya ŋu le egba ƒe ŋkeke me.
O akpe egba ƒe afia mi katã miado go le egbea enye dzidzɔ ɖe nam be president agbɔna ve aleke ƒe nu ya kpɔ ge elabe ƒe geɖewoe nye ya nu ya dzɔdzɔm afia naneke metã dodo metso me yi ke anye kpeɖeŋu na mi o abe dumeviwo alo eduɔtɔwo ne o efu ɖe mu na mi ewɔm be mia viwo ƒe sukuyi nyawo hã wova gu tɔm ne miekpe fu keke wo dɔvi aɖe yi ke míatsɔ kpɔ ɖeviwo ƒe ŋgɔgbe yi dzia ke tsiaƒua ko ava xɔe míasi. Ya ta gbapa fia vava president gbɔna. Nye mɔkpɔkpɔ nye be wòava dze gbagba axɔ anyigba le tsiaƒua si na mi. Aleke ko ata woe míawo míakpɔ ŋgɔgbe yiyi le afi ya. Nye mɔkpɔkpɔ ku ɖe ŋu be egbapa fia vava wòava wo nane tso ŋutsi na mi. Enya yi ko magblɔ ne vinyewo alo nye dumeviwoe nye be wonelé dzi ɖe ƒo. Taflatse míenɔ gbɔgblɔm be ne dawo tu sia yi mekplia gbɔ ye nuwo gblẽna naneke medza dzi o. Gake ne dawo ŋutɔ le mekplia gbɔ enuwo nyona woka akplã ɖe akple dzi. Ya ta wònye mía dada afi ya nye World Bank ne NDC. President Mahama gbɔna va afi ya. Edzi nenɔ wo ƒo be tsiaƒuawo gbɔna ve edo ge na mi koko míawo hã míanɔ blɔ ɖe me. Yo, nkonyenye Torgbi koto adalashi etolia edufiato architecture Fuveme.
Yankonya mamaga avagashi evelia architecture Fuveme konyo nufia.
Madaku Nyankwanya Torgbi Badu IV, the head of the Clavier clan, the custodian of this land. And Magako Monikoya Makota Bana, President Abe. Ale ozon de miajia, ale ya Torgbi Sri III, you ozon de miajia, anya jijokana na mi. President Akbar engineer ko, the Bieto, Madame Nyaba, my son is Isaac Torgbi. And then there was a time Yaka, Vinyaina, Kodaga, Yimaba, Ibrahim Papama, President Akbar engineer, you will pardon me and me appreciate it. Ita Onyabadi, and yeah, Bakle, Pumato Kata, Ple Badu Puma, Ple Clevioko Puma, Mila Makbani, Ita Onyaba, Nayomia Zamia Tony, Ita Miauha, Meji Jimbadi, Nebia, dead them, Hami Klogado, Nemia Perenci. This is it.
Mama Maspanya.
Honorable DC, Nancy Conado, the Torgbi over Chamiego, Mikatamiasi, Ba, Intoya, Yelemia Dume, Koshira, the Kaiva year, Miapa DC, Ayom Bata, Ba, Avashia, Fanayu, Chapua Fudem Nayu, Alabama, our mafia, Torgbi Sri III, Farmer Dodo, Ika Badada Nongona, Over Miako, Madada Kachocho, Regional Security Council, Claire, Regional Disaster Management Committee, Mieva Miako Fia, Bakpoleka no enjoy. Miena Duklolanya, Duklolaya, Enya make a chode lemana. To call the flat chicafra, Egba, Mother Perfo, Ayi over Mieva Power, Miano Vioca, Gavaji Cleto, Ejore Oji, Alaba Egba, Miaja, a Pododora, Apuata Fima, the flat chicafra, a part over ye up and you saw. Ayi oje dogo ma afiejo na mado ha do fava ijia na mi ma la fi ke mi le gba o kaka ona mi nya be ma la be wa de akpododo re chapu ato budget ma go ha Alabama do global no di budget ma yo demonstration waga nya te fa ha o ma di budget mo kaka wa yi wo po kaka yi president Mahama vaji dia ma de fa vo o je gomo la fi ma ka jogbe veto a chapu aga poto fe are la fi aga ngon to fi eva mi agbo be ava afa krimi ta fra chika fra afoku atongbi ejore mi anovia roji po le mefa pato clarifan tome ayo fuchia achidamo duklolade no yipo va global o na do di akoda data de anaye mafa mi agbo nyamajiba ma adonku mi apava verse so jinami duklola mi akleve ba yento na makponu ikejo menya ba awepo aga wom ye heya ha jida poles nyashiba aga oganami eta mi evaro
Torgbi pe mama mo na kuku mi esegba
da matera fia
sure that we restore this beach. It sits with the Ministry of Environment, Science and Technology. I want to thank His Excellency because recently there was a lot of restructuring where there was risk of this 150 million. But thanks to His Excellency, he has restored it. And so we are now sure we finished the feasibility study. We are currently doing the design and construction stage. It will involve a sea defense. Grounds will be built and we'll restore the vegetation. And so we are really on course. His Excellency has egged us on to make sure that the team focuses and meet all the deadlines. And we'll do so. Thank you.
Torgbi Mahama, thank you for welcoming us this afternoon. We got information about what happened with the sea breaking through. And so today we decided to come and take a look at what is happening. All this area is part of a project area that is called WACA, and it's a World Bank project. We already have done some work ourselves. Earlier, when I was president, we did the Kleotoko Sea Defense, all that area. Before that, Rawlings government had done the Keta Sea Defense, and then we also did Blekusu 1, and then Blekusu 2 is currently ongoing. The rest of the coast is supposed to be covered by the World Bank $150 million WACA project, and that includes this area all the way to Ketu South and parts of Angloga. And so as the minister told you, there's going to be sea defense, and there are also going to be groins built into the sea to break the currents, the strong waves, so that it will come back to the coast in a very gentle manner. There will also be planting of coconut trees on the beaches in order to stabilize the soil. They would also help with planting of mangroves in the estuary to defend the land against the sea's encroachment. The project stalled for a while in 2024, mainly because of the elections. And then when we came, we continued it. And so I'm happy to announce that the feasibility study is finished. They are at the design stage. After the design stage, they'll do the procurement. That is the actual construction of the WACA project. And so I'm sure that very soon, we'll try and speed it up. Very soon, you'll see that work will start on your coastal area. We try to repurpose some of the World Bank projects. But as the minister said, we protected the 150 million that is meant for the WACA project. So your money is safe and the project is going to go on. Some of the other World Bank projects stalled and the money is being repurposed for other important priorities. And so I just want to ask for your cooperation as we continue the processes to do the work. But in the meantime, we will contact VRA to see if they can do some dredging in the main estuary so that it eases the pressure on this side. Normally, when the estuary is silted, then it looks for ways to join to the sea in other places. That is what is happening exactly here. But if we dredge it, it allows more water to flow out of the Volta into the sea. So we'll take immediate measures to try and reduce the effect. But the long-term solution is the Well Bank project, which we're about to start. And so let me thank you very much for your patience and your tolerance, and we look forward to your cooperation. Thank you very much.
Abali kana kwena na His Excellency the President enya me ka vaponu e ka de onya wo mavu ka vako e ka makobe fifila fia nshanwa di fia dodo agbona mavaga lekene ko sa fanya lekene ko kwe
labalia maglona mi dongo yento global World Bank na anagada Africa duakata the coastal lines ukata ko Waka project, right? So agomnya we de agali ta yo je goma ha ho ita anya ayo gleko nya de kamba gale miashi mi aglo la balia mi to mi nya na amanto dola onya na glo nya da woni and agble na mi ho be rollings has start tepado aklo toko via afia ha ihan gbona oga yo design and wa and wa ele in progress so anya de kamba gale miashi mi aglo adom. So there's nothing to say again.
Akba banado jana.
Akba.
Bangbo nyake ala shuna glona Clevia clan so ami okatanya holomoto ikele tojile ga popo.
Well, my global fumoto mia katami la fia fumoto menya holonda kako. Even though Clevio for anyigban ya nya Torgbi Badu IV la anyigban anyala ba afia gan na fumo ha memile. Ita ami okatami koma fumoto son ko nya anya de kako miejbe mi agblenya be fuma alolo ehlo gake fuma to jobo nya be di anyigba amade to mi se goma ita na mi ne mi agble Clevio nyigba cho maglo be atoko aklo toko baide jita gblodomi afia mi doli fokle jita batao baide anyangui bagere achiteti Fuveme aguianu koide tunu glifa mokata Clevio nyigban. There's no doubt about it. You see ima va fia nyala ba Torgbi Badu IV na mano glombe nyema va ba mawu jire klama de ko ameyo jire Clevio nyigban o jira ho mitenchi amamo force ge ado mi anyamo la nyigba ji o ga kede esije jemana no nyibedi Clevio nyigban Mia Torgbi Badu IV yela nyigba and enye as the custodian of the land mikata mienya ba amababu emanya mashama na nya ba Clevio pa nyigba ko avo tora fuma nyama ko jimi kata mila
akpa be na do jana mila
Thank you.